Part 1. The Watcher in the Desert. If you are enjoying this story, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for more deep dives into the world of the unknown. The sun was a merciless white eye over the deserts of Iraq, baking the sand into a shimmering, hostile sea. It was 1924, and a British archaeological expedition led by a man named Aaron Siegel was charting a region rumored to hold secrets older than Babylon itself. They found what they were looking for. It wasn't a city or a tomb, but an anomaly on their instruments, a place where the laws of physics seemed to bend and fray. Siegel, driven by a scholarly obsession, ventured closer than any of his men dared. He crested a dune and saw it. A figure of immense, blinding light, its form roughly human but for the great, luminous wings that seemed to stretch from its back, fracturing the air around them. It was immense, standing perhaps 700 cubits tall, a giant that dwarfed the landscape. It was the Gate Guardian, SCP-001. It held a sword wreathed in flames that burned with the heat of a star, yet the sand at its feet remained cool. The Guardian stood in perfect stillness, its head bowed in a posture of eternal prayer. Behind it, a cyclopean gate of seamless stone loomed, humming with an unheard frequency. As Siegel stared, a voice, not heard but felt, a silent thunderclap in his mind, spoke a single word: prepare. Quote. He fled, but the word echoed in his soul, a seed of purpose planted in the fertile ground of his ambition. From that day, the SCP Foundation was born. An organization dedicated to the task of securing, containing, and protecting humanity from the horrors that lurked just beyond the veil. For nearly a century, the Foundation watched the Guardian from Site-0, a facility hidden 10 kilometers from the entity. It never moved. It never spoke again. But it was a constant reminder of their greatest fear, the threshold between worlds. An O5 council member, designated O514, was tasked with a lonely, solitary vigil, their eyes perpetually fixed on the glowing giant. They were the first line of defense, waiting for the day the Guardian would open its eyes. The experiments were a litany of failure. Missiles fired at it were disintegrated before they crossed the 1-kilometer mark, and the launch sites were annihilated in the same instant. D-class personnel, sent to approach it, were commanded to forget, returning with no memory of the encounter. In one terrifying instance, a D-class who refused to leave was killed by Foundation guards, and the Guardian simultaneously obliterated the entire research team responsible. The most disturbing experiment involved SCP-682, the unkillable reptile. When exposed to the Guardian, it was nearly destroyed. As it lay broken and bleeding, it spoke to the giant, its words dripping with ancient malice: "This is not the garden, and you are not Uriel." The implications were staggering. The Foundation's cornerstone project was a biblical angel, a being of such power it could destroy the unkillable, guarding a door that might lead to Eden itself. The true horror, however, had not yet been unveiled. Part 1 End.